Hi everybody, Dacob here. Welcome back to the Fragrant Bunker. I have a Chanel unboxing to share with you today. It is a perfume, and there's actually a few things in this bag, but be sure to check out the other unboxing of the other items on my main Super Dacob channel. Just going to leave it as a cliffhanger here and as a teaser because the other items are not perfumes. But if you're interested in more Chanel reviews, unboxings, and really specific, oriented, in detail, in-depth videos, the other unboxing of the other products is going to be on my main channel. But subscribe to my perfume channel while you're at it. We're going to do today the Chanel holiday season unboxing for 2024. So the packaging, the products, the perfumes, the limited editions, all of it was already released. They had a kind of a soft launch like almost a month ago. So these launches and releases are kind of getting released sooner and sooner every year, I have the feeling. September or August already it happened. But anyway, I waited at least after Halloween to start with the holiday season. So you can see this is a beautiful gold and white sleeve that slides off of, wait, let me show you all of the sides of it. Oh, the snowflakes are little double C's. So it slides off of the box. There are two different sleeves. One is gold, white, gold, and the other one is white, gold, white. So they asked me which sleeve I wanted. I was like, I want the one that has the most gold because Aho likes gold. Everything I say in this video is for entertainment purposes only, not rooted in truths or facts. Everything's a legend, just my opinion. Thumb up the video, subscribe. Now, this is going to be really interesting. Of course, if it's a perfume and if it's a special edition for the holiday season, it's going to be Chanel No. 5. So you're like, why do you spoil it for us? Lift it so we see. No, wait. Let's talk for a second here. Let me go quickly through a couple of photos for you guys. This is Chanel No. 5 that we're going to unbox, but it's not what you might think at first. Let's pause here and let me blend in the first picture for you. Now, let's go through something here because I also want to talk about Chanel perfumes in general and their pricing strategies. Here I have for you a 3.4 ounce Eau de Parfum Chanel No. 5 fragrance. So for everybody in Europe, this is 100 milliliter. The 100 ml bottle of Chanel No. 5 Eau de Parfum, okay, not Eau de Toilette, not Extrait / Parfum. This is Eau de Parfum. 100 ml, or 3.4 ounces, is $172 plus tax. So this is for how much you get 100 ml of Chanel No. 5 Eau de Parfum. Today, November 2024. Prices keep going up every year, so who knows how much it's going to be next year. But for now, you want 100 ml Chanel No. 5 Eau de Parfum? That's the price you're going to pay, $172 in the States plus tax. Now, Chanel is releasing a limited edition Chanel No. 5. Same perfume, same formula, Eau de Parfum concentration, but they added a little silk snow effect on the top of the stoppa and on the top of the bottle. Remember this price, 100 ml for the perfume, $172. Now let me cue in the next picture. Same size, 3.4 ounces, 100 ml, Eau de Parfum, but now they added the little silk here on top and the silk on top of there and the little slide envelope sleeve. Now they want $200, limited edition. Okay. Now they want $200. Okay, $28 more. So we're paying $28 for the silk. Hear me out. And I think to myself, oh, and by the way, in the description of the perfume, they say it's handmade. The silk, it's hand attached, hand glued to the bottle. And you're thinking, yeah, okay, $28. I can pay $28 for an extra silk if it's handmade. And of course, then Chanel shows us a video on their website. They made thousands of these. Everything I say in this video is for entertainment purposes only, not rooted in truths or facts. Everything's alleged and just my opinion. So, but this is a world launch, worldwide. They made thousands of these. But in the video that they show, they're showing one woman working in a little house somewhere in the middle of France, delicately calculating every piece of silk that she cuts by hand and gently places on top of every bottle. You think that one woman was working on the prairie somewhere in France, making thousands of bottles slowly? Yeah, you got another thing coming, Chanel. We weren't born yesterday. So anyway, $28 for this. And Chanel states that it's like handmade. Chanel also states in their description, they throw in the name métier d'art, and they say, oh, it's a métier d'art item, and your mind immediately goes to, oh, the silk is a métier d'art production. You know how Chanel has once a year their métier d'art collection, which is kind of a fashion collection between prêt-à-porter and haute couture. It's somewhere in between, and you think to yourself, oh, wow, a métier d'art piece of silk handmade for $28 surcharge? Yeah, let's do it. Even though I've seen the bottle in real life, it is a little bit cringe. Will I buy it? Let's see. But then when we actually inspect the situation a little bit better, and if we really start reading all the descriptions that Chanel gives us, we realize that we were the sucker because we did not understand correctly. Well, at least I was tricked in the beginning, then I understood later. The silk piece is not métier d'art. No, darling, not at all. The paper sleeve is métier d'art. This was not made by their métier d'art atelier. The cardboard sleeve was. I have no words, but let me show you the next picture so you understand. So this is a close-up Chanel advertisement, falls under fair use. We're analyzing, reviewing their pitches. This is from their website, snowflakes, and the silk is supposed to look like snow up here and up here. Next picture. You can see the little fringing part of this silk. You see better details here, how this silk looks attached to the bottle. And you see the box behind it with the sleeve on top. You can pull the sleeve off, and then underneath you have your classic Chanel No. 5 box. So this is how it looks. Already looks dented there, by the way. Next picture. Here we get to the point. This is métier d'art. The Dream, gift number 5, limited edition. An exceptional gift presented in a box crafted by a métier d'art using the time-honored technique of embossing. Let me translate this wannabe bougie bullshit into what it actually is. You have a machine that presses paper and creates this embossed bottle in the paper. That's what it is. So the métier d'art connection to this launch is not the bottle. It's the paper. Okay? Read that again. For everybody who's sitting in the back and is going to try to call me out for something, read and you'll be liberated, because knowledge is power, and power of knowledge is freedom. The box crafted by métier d'art using the time-honored technique of embossing. So then we realize those $28 we're paying more is for the sleeve. Also for the silk, but they're pushing the métier d'art on us because of the sleeve. They're not saying métier d'art did the silk. But the video they're showing on their website is of a woman sitting on her own in her little house in the middle of the prairie of France, making this silk by hand, as if she were métier d'art. But no, Chanel is not telling us that actually this was made by hand, métier d'art, No. But they're showing it in the video clip, but they're making sure to legally be safe by saying, wait, it's the paper. We did the paper. Next picture. Now, if you want 1 liter, a full liter, 30 ounces of the extrait, this is the parfum, okay, not the eau de parfum, you're going to pay $20,000. Same piece of silk, but it's a big bottle this time. And they're going to say that this box is made by leather. In this case, the métier d'art did the box. Again, they're not going to say the métier d'art did the silk. And I love how Chanel doesn't have anything in between. The price range is either $200 or $20,000. There's no in between. There's nothing for $2,000. There's nothing for $10,000. There's nothing for $800. No, it's $200 or $20,000, bitch. Take it or leave it. There's nothing in between. They don't want to make the parfum. I would have loved 15 milliliter parfum, not 100 milliliter, not 1,000 milliliter. This is 1,000 milliliter. 1,000 milliliter is 1 liter. Make a 15 mil with the little snow. No, for like $400. No, it's going to be 20,000 or 200. I still would like to know who buys these everywhere, says Kev, every year. I don't know. I think they don't even sell them. Maybe there's 1 or 2 people who are billionaires and they collect the shit. But they do say in their description that I think that they made only 15 of these or 10 of these and they're all numbered. If this was not enough for you and you say, this is ugly with the silk, I just want the regular bottle for Christmas and I want it in Baccarat crystal. Chanel got you covered. Let me show you the next picture. It costs a little more. For $22,000, you can get the 1 liter or 30.4 liquid ounces Baccarat crystal bottle of Chanel No. 5 with the little crystal stick to dip into the perfume and then apply. We'll go. Contact the advisor. Sure, because let's be honest here. We're all gonna we're all just, it's like we're all gonna wake up early in the morning, stand in line in front of Chanel from 2 a.m. until they open their doors, so that we're gonna be one of the 10 or 15 fortunate first ones in line to be able to purchase this. How affordable. Now, the other stuff that they made is also around $200. Let me show you the next picture. Here we have these miniatures. These are 3 times 0.2 fluid ounces, which is 7 milliliter per bottle. So it's 1, 2, and the third one is already in here. And this was made already many years ago as a limited edition without this chain. Now they added the chain and they added the made in China pouch. And they're charging you $195. That's almost $200. So it's $5 less than the 100 ml limited edition Chanel No. 5. Let me show you the next. This is l'eau, not to get you confused with the concentrations. By the way, this is eau de toilette. But let me show you the eau de parfum. So $195. The eau de parfum is the same price, also $195, even though the concentration of essential oils should be higher. It doesn't matter. But let's just stick with the eau de parfum. So gold hardware instead of the silver hardware for l'eau, gold hardware, black container. So now we're paying for 3 times 7 mil. That's 21 mil. We're paying almost the same price as for 100 mil. So 100 mil with the silk on top is $200. 100 mil. 21 mil is also $200 minus 5. Because you get a metal chain. and made in China pouch. This is the size of it. I have this from many years ago when they first released these little guys. They did not come with the chain thing. They just came on their own like this. It's a twist and spray. This is how little they are, okay? This is the 7 milliliter. This is not Parfum, which is 7.5 milliliter. This is the 7 milliliter limited edition Eau de Parfum that they made several years ago. And now they redid it with the chain. Now, and I bought it back then. I might even buy this because I do collect Chanel. And yes, I'm a sucker for little chains and stuff like that. So I might just end up buying this. Guilty as charged. Did I buy it already? Now we get to the unboxing. Well, you see, I love Chanel No. 5. I love it so much that I use a lot of it. This is a joke. This lasts me maybe 5 days or a week if I'm lucky. Kev says, oh, they're not in the box already. No, you get 3 of these. One is inside. The second vial is outside and the third vial is outside. And then you get to take this one. Once you empty it, you pull out the vial and you put this one in instead. So, oh, Kev says, no, I meant your box. No, I got something else in here. What I got here is my love of Chanel No. 5. Eau de Parfum. I love the Eau de Parfum. I love all the concentrations of Chanel No. 5, but love my 80s Eau de Parfum because the Eau de Parfum concentration was released for the first time ever in the 80s. This is Chanel No. 5 with 80s shoulder pads on. Go check out my review of Chanel No. 5 Eau de Parfum. I've made many videos on it. This is going to be yet another one that we add to the roster. Here's what I have to say. If you are on a sort of a budget, but you really love Chanel No. 5 Eau de Parfum, what would I recommend you to buy before the next price increase and before they decide to discontinue it? This is what I recommend getting. Here comes the unboxing. This is the biggest, currently the biggest Eau de Parfum in production from Chanel No. 5. It is the 200 ml or 6.8 fluid ounces. And I did get the latest batch code, which is 0301. It's kind of etched in there. You don't really see it because they just kind of cut it in there. But let me show you why. Move on to the next picture. We're going to see here, look at the price. 200 milliliter bottle. $258. That's only $58 more than the expensive Silk 100 ml. You get double the size. Do you want to use the perfume or do you want the Silk top? I want the perfume. So we're going to unbox this and we're going to test it out immediately. Another really, really good reason to get this one, and I hope Chanel isn't watching, but you know Chanel watches what I do. Because when I tell you this next information, Chanel is probably going to change the price of this. You know how Chanel always costs more in America than in Europe? This is a rare exception where this 6.8 fluid ounces or 200 ml bottle costs less in America than in Europe. Let me show you the French price on the next picture. 260 euro. Now, the euro is a bit stronger than the dollar, so this would be around $270, $280. So we got $258. This is one of those rare instances where it's more convenient to buy something Chanel in the States rather than in Europe. Another one of the reasons why I think they're going to change the price of these is because, oh, size does matter, you guys. Thumb up the video if you like the big ones. Subscribe. How gorgeous is this ginormous bottle of Chanel? Oh man, the joy and happiness that it brings me just to hold it, to hold such a big one in my hands. You know what I'm saying? We'll go. 0301, you have the code at the batch code etched in there. There you go, 0301. This is not a limited edition number, like some baboons are saying online, thinking that Chanel is limited. Oh my God. Bless your hearts though. And the numbers repeat every 8 to 9 years. Just be careful. The perfume date, batch dating codes, websites online are not always correct. In fact, if you compare several ones, you type in the same batch number into several different websites, you're going to get different results. So don't trust everything. Now, here's the thing. 200 mil, $258. 200 mil, $500. Both are eau de parfum. One is Les Exclusives, and the other one is your regular Chanel release, mass release. Double the price, almost double the price. $500, 200 mil, $258, 200 mil. This is why I'm telling you, I think Chanel is going to up the price of this one exponentially next year when they realize, oopsie. So from all the Chanel sizes and concentrations, this, if you really love Chanel No. 5 Eau de Parfum, that's the one to get. See what I'm saying? That's the clever way to go about this. Oh, I'm already smelling it. Okay, so this is a very fresh batch. Ah, gorgeous. Gorgeous. Aldehydes, 80s aldehydes. This is opulent, powerful, majestic, and then you got that jasmine that punches you. And then you have the ilang ilang and the smidge of vanilla in the dry down, and it's smoky. Oh, man, I'm telling you. And this current batch, right, 0301, this is good. This is deep. And actually, look at that juice. It's not, you know, sometimes when you go to Chanel Boutique and you see, sorry, I got a green screen on here, so it doesn't really show, but the liquid doesn't look so yellow, but look how beautiful ambery this is. This is a really good color. This is intense. I was worried. I thought, oh, I'm going to have to let this macerate for a couple of months before it gets dark and deep. But honey, this is deep already. Beautiful, beautiful. They have nailed it with this particular batch code. I have, this is the biggest one that they make, 200 mil. And this is the smallest one. This is a sample, right, that they give you for free if they want to. 1.5 milliliter. This is 1.5 ml, and this is 200 ml. The smallest one and the biggest one. Cute, right? Look how teeny tiny this little thing is. This is a splash bottle. This is a spray. Oh. You guys, Chanel No. 5. There's just something about this perfume, and there's just something about the dream, the opulence, the decadence, but also the clean, crystalline aspect of it. There's dirt in there, but then there's also cleanliness. It's such a beautiful duality, especially the eau de parfum, because it has something dirty about it and screechy, but it also has something beautifully, majestically elevated, sophisticated, and clean. Also, a lot of people have been asking me, how does, people don't want to buy a little tiny 7.5 mil spray version or 15 mil splash version of the extrait of Chanel No. 5 because they think it's a very small amount of liquid for such a huge price. And they ask me often, Dacob, which concentration of Chanel No. 5 comes closest to the parfum? I always say it's the eau de parfum. Of course, the closest to the parfum is the parfum, but eau de parfum is as close as you're going to get to the nuances and the facets of the parfum, but for a lower price per milliliter ratio, right? Oh, beautiful, immediately recognizable, just amazing. Jeno says that color, no, the color alone is just so gorgeous. Let me put it in front of the little Chanel camellia so you get to see white in the background of the gold, and then here's the thicker version. Look at that. It's just a different experience having it. Oh, you know what? We can lift this up as well. There you go. It's a very, very different experience having this fragrance in a big bottle and having it in a tiny, tiny bottle, It's just, this is what I want on my nightstand. I want the opulence. Chanel No. 5 Eau de Parfum is about opulence, Like I said, here's with a black background, that 80s, the 80s decadence, the 80s, the dreams, the hopes of the 80s when everything was possible. The cocaine, honey, all of it, okay? It's all in here. Oh, and that powdery, dirty, powdery, dry note in Chanel No. 5. That animalic accord, even though they're not using civet in here anymore. It smells civety. It smells musky in a deep, dirty way. There's nothing like Chanel No. 5 out there. And it doesn't matter if they reformulated it, it doesn't matter. It's still light years better than most any other perfume out there. And this is one of the rare perfumes that I actually don't mind sometimes putting into the sun because it ages it. It becomes deeper. Don't overdo it. It doesn't like the heat. So don't bake it in the sun. Perfumes should not be put into the sun ever. But I've made some really good experiences with this one, leaving it in the sun a little bit. Just giving it, just making those notes macerate a little bit. Same applies to Pour Monsieur, in my opinion only, of course. You do you. I'm not telling you to do it. I would never tell you to do it. I don't want you to ruin your perfumes. I do it with mine from time to time. But this one is fascinating because, it's a brand new batch, 0301, and yet it's already so deep. Wow. Love it. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. It's sparkling. The aldehydes are so fresh. It's like champagne in your nose. It bursts and pops and goes up into your brain and gives you a slight high. Oh, this is wonderful. Just wonderful. So this is what I bought. I highly recommend the 200 ml of Chanel No. 5. Let me go back one step. So $260, but if I go back one slide, look at that, $258. So it's 260 euro in Europe, but it's $258 for 200 ml as opposed to $500 for the 200 ml of the Les Exclusives Eau de Parfums. One of the reasons why this one doesn't cost so much is also because most people don't buy the 200 ml. And this is why I also fear they might discontinue this size. I hope they won't. But this is the best price ratio you're going to get per milliliter for Chanel No. 5. For now, until they decide to switch up the prices like crazy. And maybe, if we're not lucky, next year this one might be up to $350 or something. You never know with Chanel. You never know. So that's why now, before the end of the year, I was like, okay, what do I buy? Do I buy the limited edition, miniatures, this and that? Maybe for Christmas, but like for now, I want to get this out of the way first, because this gives me the biggest amount of perfume so I can bathe in it. I love to bathe and drench myself in Chanel No. 5. No better way than a ginormous bottle to do that. So I buy this perfume first and foremost to wear the perfume, not necessarily to just collect the bottle. So that's why for me, I'm trying to also think more rationally. I'm trying to spend my money more rationally. I'm not trying to buy every single Chanel perfume out there, although I would love to. So I'm thinking really rationally what is most suited to my needs and desires, and what is most suited to me is quantity, first and foremost, because I love to bathe in it, and then the price per milliliter ratio. And then the plus side of this is that the ginormous size of this bottle is just such an eye catcher. You know what I mean? I love to look at it as well. So this is a win-win on every level. Divine. The smell is just on another level. Really gorgeous. I'm so thrilled to be able to tell you that a really, really fresh batch of Chanel No. 5 Eau de Parfum it still holds up to its name. I haven't smelled the freshest batches in a while. This is it. And I'm going to repeat it one more time. 0301. Purchased it just a day ago, and it is the beginning of November of 2024. Love you loads, guys. Sum up this video, subscribe. And until next time, never forget to never give up on love. Leave me your thoughts and prayers down below. And don't forget to tune in. Hop on over to my main channel where I will be unboxing the other products I got at Chanel that are not perfumes. So stay tuned for that. See you on the other side. Love you loads. Take care and never give up on fragrant Chanel love. Bye.